All right, Laura, I think I know what your ideal autumn day is, okay?
All right, okay.
Bear with me here. Imagine yourself on a fall walk on a crisp, cool day.
Okay.
Is that a good start?
That's a good start.
Bright colors all around.
Much better, I like that.
Okay. Stepping on crunchy leaves while sipping on a pumpkin spice latte.
That does sound nice.
I'm spot on with all of that?
Yeah.
Well, that's basically what a group came together to experience today in West Duluth.
Sounds perfect. It was the first ever Spirit Valley Stroll. It's part of a push to revitalize the neighborhood. Northern News Now's Jeffrey McClure put his walking shoes on and crunched a few leaves himself.
Adam McGill grew up in Duluth and now lives in the Spirit Valley neighborhood.
So I like to see that the city's trying to think of like, what can we do differently going forward?
On Wednesday, he strolled down Grand Avenue with city leaders and community members to share ideas that could improve the business district.
We have roadways that have parking 3 lanes, 4 lanes wide. We see businesses that are dying, storefronts that are empty. It's the result of the decisions we've made in the past.
Those decisions many times are made without the input of those walking the streets, and the city is noticed. So for their Imagine Duluth 2035 comprehensive plan, the first stop was right on their sidewalks.
And get as much of the information in front of us as we can, and start meeting with the community, helping and asking them to help us sift through the information and help us to set priorities. It's really the community's plan.
As for McGill and other participants of the walk, the biggest priority was transportation.
Tightening traffic will slow the traffic. You have room then for bicycle and better pedestrian facilities, for parklets, for restaurants to have outdoor seating.
As of now, the city will be funding the Imagine Duluth plan on its own, which is why Spirit Valley area is a great place to start.
They have a rich history, an active community, have great economic infrastructure with a business district that's really in good condition.
While there were many questions, most folks on the walk were happy they're being included early on.
I want to hopefully encourage good ideas, good changes in the community in this area as we're looking in the next 10 years.
Taking a stroll in Spirit Valley, Jeffrey McClure, Northern News Now.
Looks like a perfect day for a stroll. Jeffrey, thank you. Plans to revamp the Spirit Valley area don't have a timetable right now, as talks will continue through the fall.
And if you want to crunch some leaves yourself, there's another stroll scheduled for Central Avenue at noon tomorrow. We have details at northernnewsnow.com.
Also to come, there's a new memorial.